Commissioner Carball,
Aye.
Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Jimenez,
Here.
Vice Chair Mora, Chair Ayala.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. And I would like to call upon Commissioner Jimenez to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Okay. I would like to acknowledge that we have Vice Chair Mora with us. Okay. This section is intended to allow officials the opportunity to reveal any disclosure regarding site visits or ex parte communications about public hearings. Are there any ex parte communications?
I have none.
None for me.
None for me.
None for me as well. At this time, the general public may address the Planning Commission on both non-agenda and non-public hearing agenda items. Comments relating to public hearing items will be heard during the public hearing. Please be aware that the maximum time allotted for members of the public to speak shall not exceed 3 minutes per speaker. State law prohibits the Planning Commission from taking action or entertaining extended discussions on a topic not listed on the agenda. Please show courtesy to others and direct all of your comments to the chairperson. Planning Secretary, do we have any members of the public present that wish to speak today?
We do not have any members present.
I will now close public comment and move on to the next item.
Before we move on to item number 1, I think we kind of went through staff communications section, so I just want to acknowledge that staff does have a few items to share of public interest. So I'll go first. I'm not sure if the slides are in the slide deck back there. At the very end, so it got moved. Okay, so if they're at the end, we'll keep it that way, and we can share those items at the end of the meeting. That's fine. So we're not going to do staff communications now? Correct. I think the slides got moved to the end.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen.
Good evening, planning commissioners, member of the audience, planning staff. Today I present to you item number 1, an amendment to conditional use permit case number 572, a request to amend conditional use permit case number 572, which involves the merger of CUP 561 and CUP case number 572. The proposed amendment will enable the sole tenant, Santa Fe Springs Truck Storage, Inc., to consolidate the privileges of both CUP 561 and 572 into a single conditional use permit. So location of the property is located at 12920 Imperial Highway. APN numbers encompass 45-001-0026, A045-001-030, it's a typo, and A045-001-033, and 8045-001-034. The owner again is SFS Truck Storage, Inc., the zoning is M2 Heavy Manufacturing Zone, and its general plan is under industrial use. It's in the corner of Imperial and Shoemaker before you here. So the existing site conditions, the location served as a landfill until the 1960s, and it encompasses about 19 acres. It is bordered by industrial facilities and the Norwalk Santa Fe Springs Metro Station. To the north is industrial uses. To the south is railroad and metro station. To the east is industrial, and to the west is a railroad, metro station, and the city of Norwalk. So a little background on CUP 561. CUP 561 was approved back in 1999 under conditional use permit case number 561, which allowed the operation and maintenance of an outdoor storage, and it involved the parking of trucks and trailers, and it was requested by formerly Simon Trucking. Additionally, the property encompassed a total of 6.79 acres, with 1.59 acres designated for office and restaurant uses, and 5.2 acres was allocated for outdoor parking of trucks and trailers. This is the 1.59, which is currently used as office and also a restaurant, Carl's Jr. And this is also site for the truck and trailer storage yard, which encompassed 6.79 acres in total. Background CUP case number 572. In 2000, conditional use permit case number 572 allowed Santa Fe Springs Truck Storage, Inc. to operate an outdoor storage yard for truck and trailer storage parking on a closed landfill, and it spanned about 12.43 acres. In 2005, Santa Fe Springs, SFS Truck Storage, Inc. acquired the 6.79 acres from Simon Trucking, and today Santa Fe Springs Trucking operates a truck and trailer storage yard at approximately 19 acres in total. Again, the 1.59 acres to the north of this property is still allocated to office and a restaurant. So the existing use today is as follows. The truck and trailer storage yard has been operational for about 25 years now. The use has had no code violations per police services, and it encompasses 4 parcels before you, and the property owner and the single owner is SFS Truck Storage, Inc. A little background on CUP case number 572. As of today, has had 2 extensions, and the first extension was from 2000 to 2010, which included provision. A 20-year extension of the site was paved with asphalt or concrete, and it was refaced, and an additional 10 years was granted to the applicant, and that was granted until 2020. The second extension runs until 2028 of February. So zoning on the property, in accordance with section 155.243, I-7 of the city's zoning ordinance, any trucking, transit, or transportation facilities shall not be permitted only after a valid CUP is first obtained. However, under section 155.656A of the city zoning ordinance, conditional use permits, CUPs, are restricted for trucking facilities along major or secondary highways or on sites larger than 2 acres. However, subsection C permits CUP approval for trucking facilities and landfill sites if they cannot be better utilized for any other industrial purposes. An environmental review. The proposed amendment will merge the 2 privileges of the 2 existing CUPs and also determine to be exempt from further environmental review under section 15301, class 1 of existing facilities. And the amendment will not involve new structures or intensify existing operations on the site. Public hearing notices went out they posted in City Hall, Town Center Hall, kiosk, and the library on May 2nd, 2024. They were also mailed out on May 2nd, 2024, and published in the local newspaper on May 2nd, 2024, and as of today, there are no inquiries or comments on this project. So for your consideration tonight, these are ongoing operations with approved CUPs, are merely merging the 2 CUPs for a better oversight. And this merger aims to update the conditions of approval for both CUPs, streamlining operations and ensuring the compliance with current regulations. And lastly, there are no new CUPs, developments, or modifications that are being proposed tonight. So for your recommendations, we recommend we approve amendment CUP 572, subject to the conditions as stated in the attached resolution. Adopt resolution number 262. There was a typo on the resolution number. It initially went out with 226, has been corrected to read 262. 2024, which incorporates the Planning Commission's findings and actions regarding this matter. And this concludes my presentation. I do have the applicant here tonight, should you have any questions you'd like to be answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jimenez. Do any of the commissioners have any questions on this item for the planning staff?
No question.
Okay. I would like to open the public hearing at 6:12 PM. I would like to call upon the applicants. If they wish to speak, please approach the podium. Okay. So if there's, no, any commissioners have any questions? Nope.
I got one question. Is it going to expand, so there'll be more trucks and trailers in the facility, or we just put them together?
There's no expansion,
Okay.
so there's no expansion being proposed.
Thank you.
So I guess this is not the time for deliberation by the commissioners. Okay, I would like to close the public hearing at 6:13. Really busy. This is now the time for deliberation by the commissioners. No? Okay, all right. Is there a motion to adopt resolution number 262-2024, which incorporates the planning commissioner's finding and actions regarding this matter?
I'll move.
I second.
Thank you. Planning secretary, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Carbajal,
Aye.
Commissioner Flores,
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Aye.
Vice Chair Mora,
Aye.
Chair Ayala,
Aye.
passes 5-0. And I would also like to acknowledge that Commissioner Flores is present at the meeting.
So ordered. There's a 14-day appeal period for anyone wishing to appeal this matter. Okay. Item number 2, public hearing, alcohol sales conditional use permit, case number 88, and adoption of resolution number 263-2024, a request to allow the operation and maintenance of the warehousing and distribution of alcohol beverages at 9719 Santa Fe Springs Road. I would like to call upon Code Enforcement Inspector Luis Collazo to provide a presentation regarding item number 2.
How you doing, Commissioners? Good to see you all.
Hey,
The item before you is a request for approved alcohol sales conditional use permit, case number 88, and the adoption of resolution number 263-2024. The subject location is at, I'm sorry, my notes, at 9719 Santa Fe Springs Road, better identified as in the corner of Santa Fe Springs Road and Los Nietos Road. The Insight Logistics occupies the premises. They've been there for a couple of months now, and they occupy a warehouse that is about 5,800 square feet. A little about the applicant. Insight Logistics is a logistic and freight forwarding company which serves a large base of industries. As you can see on that picture there, they do actually come with containers about that size. They will not be storing these containers there. They just unload the containers in the warehouse, maintain the product there, and hold it until some order or somebody requests the material. Again, they provide shipping, transportation, and warehouse of several products imported from all over the world. They are now proposing to import and store Korean rice wine, which is commonly known as soju. I hope I'm saying that right. As a result, they're subject to Section 155.628, which Santa Fe Springs Code, Section 155.628, which requires a conditional use permit for anybody where any business which warehouses, stores, or distributes alcohol. Pursuant to Section 155.628, There's 10 criteria that have to be satisfied. They're in your report. If you have any questions of any of that criteria, please let me know. They, again, it focuses on any impacts to the general area or sensitive land uses within the surrounding area. Because there is no retail element directly or direct sales or customer pickups from the location, staff does not foresee any negative impacts to the area or to the sensitive areas. Public hearing notices went out to property owners within 500 feet of the subject site. Notice was also posted in kiosks throughout the Civic Center, and notice was also published in a local newspaper in compliance with state and city codes. Since that notices went out, we have not received any questions or comments or anything of that nature, or any responses. Staff is therefore recommending adoption of Resolution 263-2024 and approval of alcohol sales conditional use permit case number 88, subject to the conditions of approval within your resolution. I can answer any questions if you have any questions.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions on this item? No? Okay, so no questions? Okay, no public hearing.
I have to give a compliment to the planners and you folks, because when I went out there to take the pictures that you see there, I looked around and I was amazed at that intersection. If you recall, back in the day, we had an ugly-looking bar across the street. And on the other side, I think it was an empty lot. Now there's a beautiful building on all three corners, and it just looks great. And just west of that is a brand-new building, too. I think Claudia was the project manager on that. So I applaud you all for that. It's great to see that area develop the way it is. I have nothing else.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to open the public hearing at 6:18. If there's anyone to? No? Okay, all right. So at this time, I would like to close the public hearing at 6:19. This is now the time for deliberation by the commissioners. Anyone like to discuss on this item? Nope, okay. Is there a motion to adopt resolution number 263-2024, which incorporates the Planning Commission's findings and actions regarding this matter?
I move.
I'll second.
Thank you. Planning Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Carbajal,
Aye.
Commissioner Flores,
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Aye.
Vice Chair Moore,
Aye.
Chair Ayala,
Aye.
passes 5-0.
So ordered. There is a 14-day appeal period for anyone wishing to appeal this matter. Move on to item number 3, consent calendar. All matters listed under the consent calendar are considered to be routine. Any items a planning commissioner wishes to discuss should be designated at this time. All other items may be approved in a single motion. Such approval will also waive the reading of any ordinance. For consent items numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, is there a motion and a second for the approval of these consent items?
I'd like to move items 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Second.
Perfect. Planning Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Carbajal,
Aye.
Commissioner Flores,
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Aye.
Vice Chair Moore,
Aye.
Chair Ayala,
Aye.
passes 5-0.
So ordered. There's a 14-day appeal period for anyone wishing to appeal this matter. Right. Do any commissioners have any comments or something to report on?
I've got none.
Art Fest was great. We had a wonderful time utilizing now this year Heritage Park. If you were at one side of the park, you didn't even know what was happening on the other side. Everything was great and in order. The car show was fabulous. The food trucks, a lot of them sold out, so I think they're going to probably add more for next year. It was just an all-around great event. Kudos to staff.
Yeah, I would like to thank staff also for doing a great job at the Art Fest. It was a great turnout.
Of course. No. Okay. I just want to say it was really nice to attend the ribbon cutting ceremony for La Michoacana. If you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, I would say that you go give them a take your service to them. It is nice to have an ice cream parlor in the city. I've heard a lot of great comments from the residents, and hopefully that will continue to attract new businesses to the city and give everyone a nice sweet treat. The owners are very nice, so.
And if there are any other openings coming up, if you can advise our chair and the other planning commissioners, maybe we can clear some time off of our schedule to attend on behalf of the planning commission as well.
All right, well, if there's no other,
Before you adjourn, just share a couple of staff communications, as noted previously. I have a couple of items to bring up of community interest. You'll notice there is signs and banners at the old, we'll call it Party City building. We've been reviewing plans for signage and tenant improvements for a Five Below. It's a discount retailer, if you're not familiar with it. It's technically Five Below, but I believe they do have items that are more than $5 just inflation these days, I guess. So just wanted to share that with the commissioners. Second, we are reviewing a development plan for 2 buildings. We call this Parcel 5, but it's basically the interior portion of the site at Telegraph and Santa Fe Springs Road. There's going to be 2 buildings proposed, roughly, I can't really see it from here, but at roughly 250,000 square feet apiece. Actually close to 300,000 square feet apiece. There will be an EIR prepared for this, and so therefore there is going to be a public scoping meeting held here in City Hall. The date is May 22nd, basically to seek feedback initially on the preparation of the EIR. And so that will be taking place in a few weeks. No slide, but I just wanted to share with the commissioners. You'll notice in our website for the Planning and Development Department, it has changed. We are now rebranded, if you will, to be Community Development. And you'll also notice the title that I hold is now the Director of Community Development, and so that. Thank you. So that's official, and that is in line with the new name for the overall department. What that truly means in terms of what's under community development, I think that's going to be something that would be vetted out in the next year. I think we're looking at just what the community development department will be responsible for moving forward. So that's still up in the air. I also want to take this opportunity to really thank Esmeralda. If you'll notice in the scoping meeting, in the consent item, there was 9 different minutes prepared to catch us up. We were that far behind. And thanks to Esmeralda, we are now somewhat caught up. There's still some more to be done, but kudos to Esmeralda for completing a total of 9 minutes to catch us up. I also want to pass it to Esmeralda at this time. She has a couple of items to share with you as well.
Thank you, thank you. I was informed that the city will be hosting a Memorial Day event on May 27th, so it's a Monday, and they will prepare packets for the planning commissioners, so keep an eye out if you guys are available. Hopefully you can come out. I believe it's going to be early in the morning. I also received an update that we will get name badges. So I'm working with the city manager's office.
Nice.
And we will provide you an update, a second update of when those will be available.
It only took me 5 years.
And now, their city council might go dark in July. So our planning commission meeting is scheduled for July 8th. And that is after, the holiday weekend. So depending on your plans, we were hoping to move the planning commission meeting to the third Monday. So that would be Monday, July 15th. Or a different day throughout that week if you were all available.
I just want to recognize our city manager.
Hello.
Council's going dark in July. If we have any emergency items, we'll have a special meeting, but hopefully we don't. And I assume you all can do the same. Any business and pick and wait. If not, we can have a special meeting, but if anything can be pushed, I'd push it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great, thank you.
Excellent.
Take care.
And that is it for my announcements.
Nice. Okay. Well,
So which day, or
15th?
the 15th?
If we have to.
If we have to,
so we said
Okay.
July 15th?
July 15th?
So I'll say staff shared that information with you. I think city manager confirmed, but, it wasn't really, I guess, assured that they were going to go dark. That was just something we wanted to prepare you for. But with regards to planning commission, we were actually hoping to continue to still hold a meeting at your leisure. Because just forecasting, we do forecasting every month to try to anticipate the caseload for the next few months. And as of right now, our projection is there's 5 public hearing items for that meeting. And so if we go dark in July, that might create a real impacted meeting in August.
So we still have our meeting in June,
Correct,
and then July
correct.
15th.
If that works for you, yes. Or what was the alternative date, right?
Excuse me, Quan, for me, it has to be a maybe because I'll know by next month if I will be going with Sister Cities to Germany. And we would leave July 13th, so I'll let you know.
Totally understandable. I think we're just gauging if we're gonna have a quorum for a July meeting. And just wanted to also give you a heads up that, the council's possibility of going dark, we wanted you to be aware of that.
Okay, well, with that being said, thank you, everyone, for coming by. I would like to adjourn this meeting to the next Planning Commission meeting scheduled for June 10th. Meeting adjourned. At 6:30 on the dot.
Wow.